Does she deserve to get fired?
There are growing calls tonight for Disney to fire Rachel Zegler, the star of its widely anticipated Snow White remake. It's because of an anti-Donald Trump post she made after the election, writing, quoting here, "May Trump supporters and Trump voters and Trump himself never know peace." Zegler is now apologizing. She writes in a new post, let my emotions rather, get the best of me, and I am sorry, contributed to the negative discourse. All of it raising questions about what Disney could do next with all this controversy surrounding the star of the show, the Snow White adaptation, and spending a whopping, you guys, $270 million to make it. Now, we should note, NBC News has reached out to Disney and Zegler's team for comment. We haven't heard back. NBC.
Rachel Zegler seems to be like Disney's personal problem child. She's always getting in trouble for not being able to shut up. Because, like, here's the thing. If you're going to be in an industry that literally requires you to be, like, perfect at all points in time, you got to learn how to not run your mouth every single time you disagree with something. And listen, I'm not mad at her if she's mad at the election results. She don't want Trump to win. That's fine. That's your political opinion. That's your political view. But then you saying that I wish the people who voted for him eternal harm. Like, what she said something weird. She said, like, I wish them no peace or something like that.
Yeah.
And that's really bad. And one of the reasons why it's really bad is because most of America voted for Trump. Like it or not, he won the popular vote. He won the electoral vote. There's not much he didn't win in that election. And she's at that point, that means like she's talking to most of America.
Yeah. That is true. That's true.
So,
listen. So Curtis 50 Cent Jackson, said in a recent interview in The Breakfast Club, or at The Breakfast Club, that his PR person told him there's two topics that you should never talk about and to avoid. And that's politics and religion. And listen, I think that that's a tactful way of handling things. I'm all about freedom of speech and freedom of expression. So I think Rachel Zegler should have the freedom to say what she wants. But I also think that she should do things to protect the bag. And I'm not into throwing away money. I'm not saying she did that, but to me, it's like, okay, freedom of speech is not freedom from consequences. So she might say what she wants, and then who knows? Maybe that costs her a role. She might not know. There may be some Hollywood agent watching or looking at her going, oh, you know what? I would have casted her in this project, but maybe not now. So my thing is, if there's no net positive to gain from it, why say it at all? By her making that comment, what did she gain from that?
absolutely nothing. It's just odd. She probably just doesn't have a whole lot of emotional control is what it seems like.
That's true.
Because she's had, like, okay, so earlier last year, she had a similar issue. It wasn't political, but pretty much what happened was that someone had asked her a question about Snow White. She could have just said, oh, great historical novel or folktale or whatever you call it, whatever the hell you call it.
Yeah.
It's great. Now I'm going to be in this movie. Say whatever. Blah, blah, blah. She just decided to go on a complete tangent about, the original story is pretty much trash. This new story is way better because, she's an independent woman. This one, she doesn't need to be saved and all this. It's just like, why would you say that?
Exactly.
Why would you say that about something that's classic to a lot of people? A lot of people aren't even looking at it like it's men versus women. Like,
Facts.
I don't know why people have to look at it like that. Like, people look at something that was done way, way long ago and they turn it into something that's relevant now on issues based on now. And it's like, you can't really judge it the same.
You can't. And I'm not going to sound like a hypocrite because, there might be a remake of a movie that was originally like a white dude and now they want to put a black guy as the main character. And I'm like, you don't need to do that. It's not necessary. I don't mind that Superman is white. That's okay.
Yeah, I don't like that either too. I think it ruins it.
Yeah,
like people are like, oh, James Bond needs to be black. I'm like, no, he doesn't.
No, he doesn't. Let him be white. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's like, what the heck?
Not only that, but people act like there's so many other stories that haven't been inspired by other stories.
Yeah.
It's okay. Like, for example, like Batman, right? Mm-hmm. Batman was based off of, I think the person who created Batman said it's based off of a character named the Shadow or someone else. It's based on a complete other character.
Oh, I didn't know that.
But, you can draw inspiration from something and make it your own. So, people, I don't know, man. People kind of just get on my nerves with that. Like, they try to turn everything into a political statement, which is why a lot of modern movies are failing now. Because people don't want to hear that ish. They want to just freely enjoy entertainment.
Right.
So,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and let's be honest. She's in Hollywood. Hollywood does lean left or lean blue. So she'll probably be okay, but And someone made this. The person on the video that we reacted to made a comment about she doesn't think it'll affect the box office because parents are probably gonna be like, we don't care what she thinks and go watch it because they want to enjoy the movie. But
Yeah.
I don't know if you agree with that or not. But when she said it, I'm like, I can see it. Like, I don't really care to see it. I don't have kids. So, but would her statements turn me off from seeing it if I wanted to see it? Probably not. I don't really care what she thinks. So,
Yeah, I
she
mean,
has an opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's true. I think a lot of parents don't pay attention to it, so they
Yeah.
probably don't even know who she is.
That's facts. Yeah.
Probably like, oh, the little girl from Snow. They actually might think she's Jenna Ortega. If we're being completely honest.
Don't disrespect Jenna Ortega like that.
I'm just saying that like people really don't like if like the young actors,
Yeah.
like a lot of like these older people, they don't know who they are.
Yeah. No. I know what you mean.
They don't know who they are.
Yeah. I like that. I'm a big Jenna Ortega. This is random. So anyway. But yeah.
Well, I mean, you have fan club here. So,
I am a fan.
Jenna Ortega.
I'm a fan of hers. Yes, she's a great actress.
She'll write you a letter.
I won't do that. But, yeah.
All right, guys. So ultimately, I'm gonna say she made a bad decision from opening her mouth and saying another dumb thing because it was completely unnecessary. She could have just left it at, "Hey, not the best with the election results." Left it at that. You don't have to go on a whole nother tangent and insult most of America.
I agree with you. I was about to so now I'm thinking to myself, okay, so she has a right to voice her opinion, right? Just because she has a public-facing career, does that mean she can't express herself on social media? No. But I, again, think, does she inspire some young person to go join public service? Is she going to flip Congress blue? No. Is there anything to benefit from this? Not really. There's a lot to lose, so I think it was a bad decision.
I see what you're saying, though. I see what you're saying, how, like, okay, how you're saying basically she still has a right to an opinion even though that she's a star, and I agree with that. And I don't think most people have a problem with her saying that she doesn't like that Trump won. I think a lot of people have the problem with that she said that his supporters, I wish them like no peace.
Yeah, something.
That I think is what most people had a problem with because that's like I wish you eternal failure.
Yeah.
For what?
I know.
For something so simple.
Yeah, it's true.
That to me is kind of overkill. Like. If she didn't add that last part, I honestly think most people would be fine with it. And then I think she had another part where she mentioned her unborn daughter.
Oh, I didn't hear that part. Okay, anyway. Yeah, bad decision.
Yeah. All right, decision makers. If you think Rachel made a good decision, leave a like, leave a comment. If you think she made a bad decision, you think she's a hater, leave a like, leave a comment. All right, decision makers. Leave Disney alone.